The first award this morning is the Joseph P. Cribbins Department of the Army Civilian of the Year Award. Named in honor of its first recipient, a horse cavalryman and the recognized father of Army aviation logistics, this award was established in 1976 and is sponsored by the Boeing Company. It is presented to the Department of the Army civilian who has made an outstanding contribution to Army aviation in the previous calendar year. This year, the award is presented to Mr. Ellis W. Golson, Director of the Capabilities Development and Integration Directorate, U.S. Army Aviation Center of Excellence.
Many thanks to Quad A, the awards committee, and the general membership for selecting me as the Cribbins Department of the Army Civilian of the Year. It's kind of funny. I remember briefing Mr. Cribbins back in the late 80s on the Lone Bow radar program, and he told me it would never work, so I guess everything works out. The DAC of the Year is an individual award, but I would like to accept it on behalf of the entire team that came together back in September, October of 2013 to put the ARI group and the ARI proposal together. That team was formed up of uniformed military, Department of the Army civilians, contractors, active, reserve, and National Guard. And they all came together trying to put together the best option for aviation and the Army. I'd also like to accept it on behalf of all the department civilians who, whether former military or not, wear a uniform on their heart every day and do what is best for our soldiers. Thank you. Above the best.
The next award this morning is the James H. McClellan Aviation Safety Award, sponsored by General Electric Aviation in memory of James H. McClellan, a former Army aviator who was killed in a civil aviation accident in 1958. The award is presented annually to a person who has made an outstanding individual contribution to Army aviation safety in the previous calendar year. This year's winner is Sergeant First Class Eric D. Wright, Company B, Special Operations Aviation Training Battalion.
I would like to thank Quad A for all the generosity and hospitality for this award. I would like to thank General Electric Aviation for honoring me with this. Truly honored. I would definitely like to say thank you to my wife and my family for being here. As always supporting me for everything I do. And I would like to thank my command team, Captain Ellis and First Sergeant Lewis. Thank you for nominating me for this award. And finally, I would like to thank my former platoon sergeant, who actually got me into aviation safety. That's Sergeant Major Jerry Gonzalez. For all that, thank you, everybody. Night Stalkers, don't quit.
Our next award this morning is the Aviation Soldier of the Year Award, sponsored by Bell Helicopter Textron. It is presented to the enlisted soldier E4 and below, serving in an Army aviation assignment who has made an outstanding individual contribution to Army aviation. The Army Aviation Association of America's Soldier of the Year is Specialist Luis D. Marino from Company B, 4th Battalion, 101st Aviation Regiment, 159th Combat Aviation Brigade.
I'd like to thank the Quad A for selecting me as the Soldier of the Year. It's a great honor and a privilege. I'd like to thank everybody in Bravo Company and 4th Battalion, 159th Combat Aviation Brigade, because without them, I wouldn't be standing here in front of you guys. All my friends and family back at home, for all their words of encouragement during the deployment, and my wife, Kristen, I love you, and thank you for all your support. Air Assault.
The next award this morning is the Army Aviation Association's Henry Q. Dunn Crew Chief of the Year Award. Sergeant Major Dunn was the first crew chief for the Presidential Flight Detachment that was initially established during the Eisenhower administration. This award is being sponsored by Robertson Fuel Systems. The Army Aviation Association of America's Crew Chief of the Year is Specialist Benjamin J. Rosa, Company A, 1st Battalion, 229th Aviation Regiment.
I would like to say thank you for the recognition of this award. I'd also like to take this time and say thank you to all my commissioned and non-commissioned officers who gave me the leadership and guidance I needed to get where I am today. I'd also like to thank Quad A for recognizing not only myself, but every one of these outstanding soldiers I am with here today, currently serving or who have served. So thank you from me and all of the 1st Battalion, 229 Aviation Regiment. We say thank you.
The next award was established in 2002 to give greater recognition to our enlisted ranks by retaining our traditional Soldier of the Year award and adding the Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year award. In 2008, this award was renamed in tribute to Medal of Honor recipient and Army Aviation Hall of Fame inductee, Sergeant First Class Rodney J.T. Yano. This award is sponsored by Lockheed Martin Corporation. The Quad A Rodney J.T. Yano Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year is Sergeant First Class Bryant T. McFarlane, Company D, 1st Battalion, 1st Aviation Regiment, Combat Aviation Brigade, 1st Infantry Division.
I'm Sergeant First Class Bryant D. McFarlane, and I am a Big Red 1 soldier. I want to accept this award on behalf of all Army non-commissioned officers across the Army, but most specifically within the Demon Brigade, for all their support, mentorship, and emphasis across the years of service that I've had with the Big Red 1 and recognizing me for this award. So thank you very much for all your time and effort. Thank you.
Our final individual award to be presented this morning is the Michael J. Novosel Army Aviator of the Year Award, sponsored by Sikorsky Aircraft Corporation. This award is named for Medal of Honor recipient and Master Army Aviator CW4 Mike Novosel. This year's recipient is Chief Warrant Officer 4, Michael J. Seiler, Company C, 1st Battalion, 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Airborne.
Morning. I'd like to thank everybody for coming today, and a special thanks to Quad A. I've been truly impressed with everybody that I've worked with here at Quad A and interacted with. Janice, Corey, everybody is truly professional, and I appreciate that. I'd also like to thank with that Sikorsky for sponsoring this award. A true thanks out to them and how much we've been in a Sikorsky for our whole life, pretty much. With that, it's a true honor to receive the award that's named after Mr. Novosel, another American hero. And with what was said earlier, I'd like to thank all of Army Aviation. every MOS, every civilian, everybody that's supporting Army Aviation. You see how much dedication and everything else makes you proud to be a part of aviation. I thank everyone for that. With that too, I'd like to thank the Night Stalkers. With that, everybody that I've been with here, learned from, friends, everybody else here. There's a lot of true heroes. I don't feel that this is as much an individual award, but an award I share with every one of you. I've seen a lot of great things from a lot of great people here. A lot of them are here today, and I appreciate being here with them. A lot of them friends, a lot of friends that now feel like family from being there. Thanks to all of you. With that also, I'd like to thank my family, my parents, Arnold, Debbie. They're many miles away, but they're always here close to support. I appreciate that. And last, my wife Amy and my two boys, Chase and Chance. Thank you for being there. Thank you.
The Robert M. Like Award is the first unit award this morning. It is sponsored by the Northrop Grumman Corporation and honors the memory of an aviator from the Army's initial pilot training course in June of 1942 and who served as our association's first national president. This award is given to a unit or an individual for sustained contributions to Army aviation or for a unique one-time outstanding performance. The 2014 Robert M. Like Award is presented to the 2nd Battalion, 13th Aviation Regiment. Accepting the award are its commander, Lieutenant Colonel Clinton J. Conzemius, and the senior non-commissioned officer, Command Sergeant Major S. Todd Schmidt.
Good morning. I'd just like to acknowledge all the hard work and dedication from the soldiers and civilians out at Fort Huachuca that made this award possible, so thank you very much. And we'd also like to thank Quad A for this recognition. Golden Hawks.
The U.S. Army Reserve Aviation Unit of the Year Award was established in 1985 and was presented for the first time during the 1986 convention. This award is sponsored by the Honeywell Corporation and is presented to the Reserve Unit, Battalion, and below that has made an outstanding contribution to or innovation in the employment of Army aviation over and above the normal mission assigned to that unit. This year's winning U.S. Army Reserve Aviation Unit of the Year is the 90th Aviation Support Battalion. Accepting the award is the Headquarters and Support Company Commander, Captain Thomas Sampson, on behalf of the Unit Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Lee D. Hyder, and Senior Non-Commissioned Officer, Command Sergeant Major Robert N. McGee.
So the 98th ASB is still deployed in Kuwait right now, which is where I was at until a month ago. So on behalf of Lieutenant Colonel Hyder, Command Sergeant Major McGee, and the rest of the 90th ASB, we thank you, Quad A, for the selection this year. Thank you.
The next award is the John J. Stanko Jr. Army National Guard Aviation Unit of the Year Award. This award was also established in 1985 and presented at the 1986 convention. In late 2010, your National Executive Board renamed this award for the acknowledged father of Army National Guard Aviation, Colonel Retired John J. Stanko Jr. This award is also sponsored by the Honeywell Corporation and recognizes outstanding unit accomplishments within the Army National Guard for organizations battalion-sized and below. The John J. Stanko Army National Guard Unit of the Year is Company B, 1st Battalion, 171st Aviation Regiment, Hawaii Army National Guard. And receiving the award are Major Byron N. Cadiz, Unit Commander, and Senior Non-Commissioned Officer, 1st Sergeant Keith I. Nakahara.
Aloha, good morning. We're truly humbled and honored to receive this award. We'd like to thank Quad A for all your support for the Army Aviation community, for the National Guard Bureau, Hawaii Army National Guard, for all your continued support, for our brothers and sisters in the 1st, 10th, 16th, and 159th Cab. It was a great honor serving with all of you. And we would like to dedicate this award to CW4 Warney Begay, who was diagnosed with leukemia once we returned from Afghanistan and recently lost his battle against the disease. Thank you.
The association's newest unit award is its Active Army Aviation Unit for active battalions and below. The award was established in 2006 and is sponsored by L3 Communications Corporation. 3rd Battalion, 1st Aviation Regiment, Combat Aviation Brigade, 1st Infantry Division is the 2014 Active Aviation Unit of the Year, and accepting the award for the unit is its commander, Lieutenant Colonel Fred J. Dufault, and Command Sergeant Major Philip Paniagua.
Good morning, and Air Assault General Yellen, Mr. Bill Harris, Quad A, the entire enterprise, thank you for this recognition today. Special thanks again to Ms. Janice and Corey for the care and love that you provided everybody today. L3 General Curran for sponsoring this. Thank you so much, sir, and the whole L3 team for the support and sponsorship of this active duty Unit of the Year award. Sergeant Major Paniagua and I humbly accept, on behalf of the Warriors of 3-1 Assault Aviation and all active duty Army units. This was actually a multi-compo award, and we acknowledge that. Sergeant Major and I had 3 different National Guard companies assigned to us over the last year. So truly a multi-compo, and we say thank you to the National Guard warriors that fought with us in Afghanistan and throughout the year. Our gratitude to those that did pay the final sacrifice. We're profoundly affected by any loss of an aircraft during training and combat. We want to remember Aerosmith 3-5, Tom Saunders, and the guys that perished in Florida this last month. We'll miss you. April's a month of family, so we want to salute families, say thank you to Tracy Maricela and all the families out there, children, spouses that are waiting for our deployed service members to come home. So we salute you and leave you with the big Air Assault.
And the association's oldest unit award is its Outstanding Aviation Unit Award for U.S. Army units regardless of component or size. The award was established in 1959 and is sponsored by the Boeing Company. It recognizes an outstanding contribution to or innovation in the employment of Army aviation, and it has been awarded to aviation units who have served in every corner of the globe. The 12th Combat Aviation Brigade has been selected as the 2014 Outstanding Aviation Unit of the Year. Accepting the award for the unit is its commander, Colonel Vincent H. Torza, Command Warrant Officer, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Thomas R. Walton, and Command Sergeant Major Osvaldo Martel.
Didn't realize how big that was. On behalf of Command Sergeant Major Martel, Chief Warrant Officer 5 Walton, and all the members of the 12th Combat Aviation Brigade, I'd like to thank Quad A for this special honor and the recognition it represents, honoring the dedication and hard work of so many great soldiers, families, government, civilians, and contractors that make up the Griffin team. It was their performance this past year in multiple theaters which really demonstrates why Army aviation is such a critical and asymmetric advantage for our Army. As the 12th Cab and Soon, future rotational aviation units continue to work and build trust with our NATO allies and coalition partners in support of common security interests in Europe and around the world. Thank you again, and wings of victory.
Okay. As you know, as General Allen mentioned, he's on an extremely tight schedule and he must leave now, but please once more help me thank him for making time to be with us this morning. Thanks, sir. As we've been saying throughout the morning, Quad A is all about supporting Army aviation soldiers and families. I would like to now ask all our awardee family members to please stand and be recognized.